There was a serious financial crisis that took place in the United States in 1814. The U.S. was very poorly prepared for the war from a financial standpoint. I've talked about this a bunch in the last couple of episodes, and the war nearly bankrupted the federal government in 1814, in no small part because they just didn't raise taxes and there was no Bank of the U.S. Congress had waited far too long, in fact, to raise taxes to a substantial point, as Republicans were loath to approve new duties of any kind, and when taxes were finally enacted in 1813 and 1814, they were woefully inadequate to cover the cost of the war. The elimination of the Bank of the U.S. in 1811 made borrowing chaotic and inefficient, as the Treasury had to rely on a patchwork of state banks and reluctant creditors, not to mention out-and-out hostile potential creditors in the New England and New York area who hated the war and therefore did not want to fund it. Just to put some figures to it, in January 1814, Treasury Secretary William Jones estimated that the government's income would be only $16 million, while its expenses would be $45.4 million. The British blockade was murdering tariff revenue, and many of the northeastern bankers and merchants with the most capital available to lend to the government, again, refused to do so because they opposed the war. By late 1814, the Treasury suspended specie payments, that's gold and silver bullion, on some obligations, essentially admitting it could not pay creditors in gold and silver on schedule.